Namaste. Hello, it's lovely to connect with you today. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance with you for Monday the 12th of February and Tuesday the 13th of February. So welcome. While your people are coming in, and before I really start, I'm inspired to use my singing bell. So I'm going to play this now. Take some deep breaths and let yourself receive what you need from the singing bell. Allow it to touch you and support you and hold you. Take some nice deep breaths and bring all of who you are into this moment. Thank you. Hello, everyone. It's lovely to see you today. Hi, Jennifer and Lars. Lars says namaste from Norway. Hi, Norway, and hi, Lars. Hi, Christiana, and Elizabeth is here. And we've got Kavita from Trinidad. Hi, Kavita. Hi, Christina. Hi, Diana. Hello, I trust I pronounced your name well. All right, correctly. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Carmelita, perhaps. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Julia. And Laurie is here. Hi, Jessica. She's moving back to Hawaii today. Wonderful. Hi, Angela and Benita. We've got Leela is here. And Elaine is here, who says namaste. We've got Shoshana. Amanda's here. Caleb. Hello, Caleb from the Rocky Mountains. Hi, Lorraine and Marta. And Trudy says good morning. And Mark is here from Alabama. And Carmelita, oh, I pronounced your name correctly, great. Hi, Alvina from Melbourne. And Amanda says namaste. Thank you. It looks like everyone is here. Thank you for saying hello. And I trust that you enjoy our time together today. Welcome if you're new. And also extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So if you're new to watching, welcome. Let us know, please, if you are new, if this is your first time here, so we can all welcome you as well. If you are new to watching, what I'm going to be doing today is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards, and I'm going to be looking for the best card for Monday the 12th of February, and then the best card for Tuesday the 13th of February, and then the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. I am not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason. I see Jay is new and Anne is new. Nikki is new and Christina's new. And we've got a lot of new people watching. Welcome to you all. I trust you enjoy our connection today and you find something helpful and supportive in the guidance that's being shared. So just take on board what feels right for you and let the rest go. You will know if it's guidance that you need to hear because it will make sense to you. Hi Kelly, first time too. It will make sense to you, whatever's shared, and it will seem like I'm talking directly to you, even though I have no idea what's going on for you personally. So you can trust that if something makes sense, that it is right for you, and it is no accident that you happen to be watching and connecting in at this time, whether you're watching live or later to the replay. There's never any accident. So I trust that I trust that I trust that I trust that I will find the right words. I trust that, even something, you may be here to hear one word. You may be here to feel a sense of support or a sense of love. You may be here to hear everything. So just keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to get started now. So what I'm doing is I'm shuffling my cards, and I'm looking for and feeling for the best card for Monday the 12th of February. So if it's not Monday for you yet, you can think of this as guidance in advance. And if it's still Sunday, I have already recorded guidance for Sunday, so you can look back through my videos in the video tab. Also on that note, if you happen to think that I haven't been doing videos for a while, I have been, even though I didn't do a lot last week during the retreat I was hosting. I have been doing videos, but a lot of people aren't seeing them. So just keep that in mind, and if you feel you haven't seen a video for a while, please go and have a look directly at the video tab on my Facebook page or the video tab on my website. I will always be doing at least a couple a week, so if you haven't seen any for a week or so, then you may not be receiving the notifications, just so you know. So I'm looking now and feeling for the best card that I need to pull for Monday the 12th of February, and I trust this card will be helpful for the majority of us at this time. So I just shuffle, holding that intention, stop when I feel I need to, and split the deck into two. That's the way that I pull my cards. It works for me. You may do yours differently, and that's totally okay. Hi, Delise. I trust I pronounced your name well, and Delise is new as well. Wonderful. Now, this is the card for Monday, the 12th of February, and we have card 29 called Creation. I adore this card so much. Let me talk about the keywords, and I'll talk a bit more about this. So the keywords say source, uncoil, light, and authentic. So this talks about uncoiling ourselves on Monday, and I want to say, softening ourselves a little bit. Sometimes we get so bound up. Our need to control things tightens us. And on Monday, we're being guided to soften that tightness, that holding back, that hiding back, that need to control, and let ourselves open up and uncoil just that little bit more. There's a lot in this card about being authentic now and allowing ourselves to shine more in our authentic light, our authentic self, and being more of who we are. So if we're coiled up because we're trying to protect ourselves, or we don't feel safe to be ourselves, or we're trying to hold back because of whatever reason, then we're not being our authentic self. If there's something that we're scared of, then we'll be holding back. And when we're holding back, we're not being our true self. So on Monday, we're being guided to find courage inside ourselves, to soften our hold now, to uncoil, to come out of hiding, and to stop holding ourselves back in fear of being judged, or in fear of being put down, or in fear of what other people might say, or whatever the fear may be based around. And that it is okay to come out and shine our true and authentic light now. That we are the creators of our life, and how much of our days or moments at this time are we allowing to be dictated by our fear, or by other people, or by fear of other people's judgments or opinions of us? Are we holding back because we're scared of what other people might think? If we are, then we're not being our true and authentic self. We are holding back. So how can we open up and uncoil and come out of hiding just that little bit more on Monday? How can we be our true and authentic self in everything that we do and are? And if we're holding back, let's not beat ourselves up about it, but let's recognize that, hey, we're scared to come out, we're scared to move out of hiding, we're scared to speak up, we're scared to actually be in this situation for some reason. Let's acknowledge that for ourselves so we can push through with courage and push through that fear. Let's not allow ourselves to be paralysed by fear for too long. Instead, let's take some deep breaths and feel the courage inside of us to push through that fear and come out the other side. I've noticed through my personal self-healing journey and through, this dedicated, 18 years of self-healing, I've noticed that the louder the fear is, the more amazing the thing is that's on the other side, that it's trying to cover up or trying to reflect something bad or something fearful to me. So as I've recognised that over these last 18 years, I actually find fear quite propelling for me and quite motivating, because if I'm feeling it, if a part of me is showing me a loud fear, then I know that I need to push through that fear like it's a veil or a curtain, and I need to find courage inside to push through that curtain or push through that veil and come out the other side, because I know through experience that the louder the fear is, the more amazing the thing is that it's trying to hide or trying to cover up. So don't be afraid to push through your fear and to take some deep breaths and feel the courage within you to push through this now, and know that you can do it. Believe in yourself and remind yourself that you're ready. You may need to strip back layers like the snake does, stripping back its skin. You may need to strip back your anxiety, your limitations, and parts of yourself that have become perhaps too comfortable in certain situations, which has made you feel more afraid to step out of hiding and try new things. So don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, or at least consider that on Monday, but especially don't be afraid to uncoil and open up and become more of your true and authentic self, and whatever that means for you, because it will mean different things to us all. My values, my truth, are going to be different to your values and truth. So you need to find what they are for you and become stronger in them, because they will also be part of that driving force that pushes you through that veil of fear. So that's the guidance. It feels quite deep. That's the guidance for Monday, and I trust it makes sense to you. And again, just take on board with that what resonates, what makes sense, and let the rest go. Also, if something that's shared now through this sharing or at any time in your life is confronting for you, if you want to immediately react or defend yourself or justify why you feel a certain way, if you have an immediate reaction to something that's said, then that means it's confronting you. And anything that confronts you is worthy of considering or sitting with for a few days, because it will help confirm for you what your truth is around whatever button was pushed, if you like. So I trust that makes sense, and thank you so much. Saskia says, sorry Saskia if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, says, so true, spot on. Yes, very deep. It is deep. And like I say, even with the retreat last week, I'm always encouraging you to go deeper. I'm always pushing myself to go deeper. So it's kind of natural within my way of speaking and sharing that I will always encourage you to go deeper. But it's always going to be up to you. So you can stay and take this on the surface if you want to, or you can drop deeper into the ocean of depth of possibilities for you and see what you can uncover. Skylar says, I'm new to watching. Welcome, Skylar. I'm really needing this, thank you. Yes, it's never any accident. Kismet says, love your wisdom, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Okay, I'm now looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 13th of February. Doesn't seem that long ago I was saying, welcome to January, the new year. It's quite amazing to think 6 weeks or so, or 7 weeks has already passed. Okay, Tuesday the 13th of February, we've got this card here. And it's Owl, called Persistence. Card 47. And the key words say patience, solution, question, answer, and night. So owls, of course, and we had the honour, one of our beautiful people at the retreat, we actually got up early on Thursday morning to drum, some of us did, to drum as the sun was rising, and I did do a live stream of that, so you may have seen that last week. And on our way, preparing for this walk, one of our beautiful retreat attendees was sitting outside, and 2 owls came and sat in this tree near her, and they sat there nearly all day. So we had the honour on our last full day of the retreat of watching 2 tawny frogmouth owls all puffed up sitting in this tree quite next to the retreat venue, and they were sleeping and snoozing there all day. So extremely powerful and a wonderful sign for us. So this is owl that's come up, and owl, of course, is usually most active overnight. So this brings a bit of extra power, if you like, or energy to the night of Tuesday. So that might be the Tuesday, so the Monday into Tuesday night, or the Tuesday into Wednesday night. May be quite powerful for some of us. We may be quite awake and quite alive and active with ideas. I can feel ideas and inspiration really brewing at this time. So I feel a lot of inspiration from this card. And some of us may be feeling quite awake and quite inspired throughout the night on Monday night or Tuesday night, as this card brings energy to that night time. It also reminds us to be persistent and to be patient, especially patient with ourselves. So let's not beat ourselves up and be too hard on ourselves, especially on Tuesday, but be persistent. Be persistent. Let's not give up. Let's not quit what we're doing. Let's keep going. We may be tired. We may feel like this journey's been so long, and we might be feeling a bit stuck, or like this is never ending, like we're dragging our feet right now. So let's keep persisting. Let's be patient with ourselves. We can trust that perfect timing is governing what's happening and what we're waiting for at this time. So our path will cross with the right people at the right time, with the right words, the right messages, the right moments at the right time, and we can trust that. So if it's not quite the right time yet, we just need to be a little bit more patient, trusting in perfect timing. But let's persist now. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to perhaps even change direction. Now is the time, especially on Tuesday, to keep persisting, keep going, keep encouraging ourselves, motivating ourselves as best as we can. So take a deep breath and recognize your journey, how far you've come, but also recognize the strength that you've gained from what you've journeyed through. Feel owl looking through this illustration and just, in support, in love, that it's okay if you take a break for a bit, but don't give up. Keep persisting. So we may be feeling a little bit like we want to give up, like we're feeling a bit impatient on Tuesday. So let's keep persisting. Let's keep encouraging ourselves. Let's also encourage others and extend that out to others who may be feeling a bit low or lacking within themselves. If we're feeling doubtful, if we're feeling scared of change, we're going to be trying to talk ourselves out of stuff. So let's recognize what we're feeling, if it's resistance or if it's fear, or if we're trying to talk ourselves out of something because of fear or resistance. Let's recognize that and keep pushing through. Let's not give in to our fear or our resistance, because it is just veiling something that's amazing on the other side. So that's the guidance for Tuesday. Be patient and persistent. So now I'm looking for the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. And I think of the theme card as bringing these days together and helping us see the bigger picture for Monday and Tuesday. So let's see what the theme is for Monday and Tuesday. And I trust 100% the best card will find its way to the top. And we'll go with this card right here. Oh, and we didn't get the pause card. We've broken that pattern. I was very interested to see if that pause card would come up. If you're new to watching, the pause card, which hasn't come up this particular reading, has come up every single reading for the last 6, I'm pretty sure. So instead this time we've got shadow for the theme. This is card 36. And the keywords say shape-shifting, hidden, release and raven. I'm really drawn to shape-shifting. What does that mean? To me, it means change. It means transforming ourselves into a better, more improved version of us, perhaps. Transforming our fear into love. Transforming our challenges into opportunities. So there's this sense of shifting, of shape-shifting, of shape-shifting and adjusting and transforming, changing, if you like, growing is another word we could use, and moulding ourselves into a new version of ourselves that matches up with who we are today and the truth of who we are and what we've learned along the way. This is a somewhat heavy card. It talks about releasing. It talks about things coming to the surface. It talks about being challenged. But it's nothing to worry about or fear, because the element of this card is that it's shifting now. It's like what I talked about a few weeks ago about the old door closing, and for the end of last year and the beginning of 2018, I talked a lot about doors, closing doors. And a few weeks ago, we got these strong messages that we're closing these doors now so we can let the new door open in our life, or start the new chapter or the new book in our life. A lot of us are making big changes at the moment. So as we let this stuff go, as we allow the old to drop away from our life, and we don't allow ourselves to be so defined by our past, by our pain, by our wounds, by our fear, as we become less defined and our life less governed by these things, and we start looking at the good things and the solutions rather than the problem, we look at what's working rather than what's not working, we start subtly moulding ourselves to become different people, and we mould ourselves to be the new version of ourselves that we want to be. So let's allow ourselves to continue to release from the past, release especially our fear, which has been coming up a lot, especially I want to say our fear of the unknown. So if we've got something new and unknown that we're about to step into and we just don't know what's going to happen, we have to just let ourselves surrender to the unknown and trust that everything will work out just as we need to. So, okay, so let's allow ourselves to shift and change and grow. And things are changing and growing for us if we're not holding on too tightly, like that snake that came up, that serpent that came up that was holding on too tightly. Let's soften our hold, let's open up, let's push past our fear, let's find the courage to face ourselves. Let's become more full and complete and whole, improved versions of ourselves. So that's the theme card for Monday and Tuesday, shape-shifting. How does one release? Asks Jeannie. That's a really big topic, isn't it? One I would like to write a book about one day. How do we release? How do we release? Releasing is honestly such a huge thing that I won't be able to cover it, even just a fraction of it now, but I'll just share a few ideas. First of all, to release, we need to be willing to let go. Sometimes we want to let go, but we're holding on too tightly to something that's not working. So we're not actually giving ourselves the space to release. So we need to make sure we're in a releasing space, that we're open and willing and ready to let go and to release. If we still feel a bit held back or a bit like we're not quite ready to release, then there might be some stuff there that we can explore further in our journal, in meditation, in reflection, that sort of thing. So let's say we're ready to release. We want to free ourselves up now. What can you do to release? There's so many different things. So you've got the intention to release. So now it's about getting that stuff out of your body, out of your mind, out of your emotions, if you like. So I find it great to express now what's holding me back. So I might do that usually in writing. So I'll get a piece of paper and I'll write down everything that's holding me back or that I've got an issue with at this time. If it's specifically focused around a person that I'm struggling with, then I will write a letter to that person, but I will never ever send it to them because it is my stuff and my reaction that's coming up. So once you acknowledge that you're ready to let go or release, that are just two words for the same thing, then you need to find a way to get it out and express it. So writing's a great thing to do. You might find it helpful to move your body. So dancing, exercise, brisk walking, swimming, a way to get your joints and your muscles moving that will help express and get out, if you like, that blocked up energy that's been stored in your body. So they're just some things as well that you could do. You could sing, you could feel really emotional and not even have a reason for feeling emotional. And you're just feeling that and expressing that. So let yourself express that. Another way you could express it is through creating. So through drawing, poetry, making something can be a great way to express that, even though it's not in words. It doesn't have to be in words. So once you've expressed that, then it's usually a great thing to do is to actually release it from your space. So with paper, you might want to burn the paper and picture the fire burning away all of that stuff that's holding you back and it leaving through the flames and the smoke. Last week we did a release in our retreat down at my favourite sacred place, and we all wrote on a piece of paper everything that was holding us back, and then when we got down to the sacred place we threw with all of our might that paper off the cliff and into the ocean. So you could do that. So whatever you need to do, whatever inspires you to then burn or release that paper that you've expressed that onto. Sometimes when you're doing body movement or you're just feeling emotional, just the expression in itself is a way to not only express that stuff, but also release it. So you could tell yourself in your mind, I release you, I let you go. I release this, I let it go. And allow yourself to feel that sense of freedom and that sense of lightness that comes from releasing. So that's just a few things, and that was a lot of things that you can do to release. So basically trust what you feel in the moment and consider what sort of energy you're releasing. If it's to do with person, then you might want to write a letter. Please don't send it to the person. If it's emotional stuff that you're releasing, then you might find you just break out into tears over things. Just think about letting go through those tears. Don't make excuses or apologise for being upset or for weeping. Creativity is a great way to express yourself emotionally without needing to find words to describe how you feel. When I'm working to release with children, we do a lot of creating as a way to express without the need for words. If you're expressing or releasing more mentally, you might find that you just need to go and run or swim or briskly walk or clean madly in your home as a way to release that energy, that mental energy. So just a few ideas that have worked for me in the past, and just sit with how you feel at the time. But the key is to being willing to release and let go. You have to be willing, otherwise there's no point doing it because you're still holding yourself in that space for some reason. So you're better off to work out why you're holding yourself in it, move through that feeling so that you can be in a space of readiness to release. So I trust that makes sense. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video today, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. We have lots of healing events coming up starting next week, so I'll talk more specifically about them next week. So we'll look forward to that. As we go between February and March, I've got like 6 healing events within the space of less than 2 weeks, and we'll be doing lots of live streaming for that. So I'll be talking a lot about that as the weeks the week passes as we get into next week. I'll also be sending out the current energy report today for our Pillar of Light family, so keep an eye out for that, and also the new meditation for February. So that will be coming. If you want to learn more about the work that I do, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. The card deck that I've used today are my very own Speed of Light Oracle. These have been independently created by me. There's 55 cards in the deck. And if you want to learn more about them or add them to your collection, please visit my website. Because they've been created independently, they're not in shops. There's a couple of shops around Australia, but they're not in shops, are mainly available on my website. So have a look if you're inspired to. So thank you so much for connecting today. I trust you've enjoyed our time together. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. And namaste means that the divine, the creator within me, honours and acknowledges the divine, the creator within you, that we are equal, that we are one. So thank you and namaste.